and welcome back to a brand new episode of our modded series, StoneBlock. Today is the day for refined storage. I'm so excited to have a computer that can store all of our items, and it's going to be absolutely incredible. But some things happened. I logged on the server last night to get a few things prepared for today's episode, and lo and behold, our pig has returned! The pig! Look at the pig! Where is he? The pig of destiny! Mr. Piggy is back. He doesn't have googly eyes, but he is back. I think the googly eyes honestly happen randomly, but the pig of destiny's back. We have him, so we're still good. And I put these boots on. These dark boots are really OP. If you hold shift, it tells you what all these different little blue abilities are on it. And it's kind of insane. It's fully powered. I mean, we also have our storage battery on us, so it'll always be powered unless we run out of power on the battery itself. Better protection when powered. Fall damage is negated when powered, so you don't take fall damage. Protection against bees. I mean, we haven't really encountered any bees, but we did have beehives in the aroma dimension, so that could be cool. Power, it can hold 1,000,000 because it's empowered 4, which is 85% damage absorbed by the power itself. Increases step and jump height, and then flippers, which I assume is something to do with water, but we can actually jump over gates, which is kind of neat. We jump pretty high. I'd say like 2 or 3 blocks up. 2 blocks? Not too bad. It's pretty fun. And we take a bigger step. I don't really notice it. I guess we go a little bit quicker than we did before. But still pretty cool. Now, I want to get into refined storage right away. So we made a few chickens. I was almost done this guy. He should be close. We have 2 10-10-10s, and he's already made 2. But we can double it up and just get this quartz-enriched iron chicken done, so that we can get some resources from him, because this is like one of the #1 items we're going to need for this. So I'm just going to keep doing this, because every time you do it and you stack them up, they get faster and faster, and they actually breed quicker, which is pretty awesome. So we have 8 right now. There's 10, and I usually just stop at the 5x5 and count up to 6. That's 11, 12, 13, 14. We need 16 of them. 15, and our last one, 16. So we can grab all 16, we're done with the little breeder, and we just grab these guys and throw them into here. And all these are actually at 16. But we do indeed have silicon being made, and we need this quartz-enriched iron. I'm just going to speed up his process a little bit. That's exactly what we need. Let's go, buddy. He makes 3 at a time, but I mean, you can speed this up quite a bit. I mean, we're going to need probably a stack or 2. How much is up here? 15? Okay, a little bit more. And we will be good. That seems good. We'll take all of that. He can keep producing what he needs to. And 1 more. There, 2 stacks. We'll grab 2 stacks of silicon. 2 stacks should be enough. Put that back in. We have gold. I did compress our gold nuggets. We need some diamonds, we need some iron, and we need some redstone. And I think we have everything. I think we're good to go. I'm really excited about this. So now it is in the quest book under storage. So we've done pretty well. We do need to make the controller slave to finish off the drawer sequence. But right here is our refined storage. We'll start with the controller and go on through the steps. I'm kind of excited. I'm excited just to have a computer so we can collect all of our goods and put them in the same place. Now, I moved this area. It's kind of open. It will be closed off when we have all the machines there for this system, but we moved all of our other little machines over here. It looks a lot nicer, and we got rid of our sieve area because we really just don't need it anymore. All the stuff's in here. It's just not necessary. And eventually these items, we can compress all these and cook them, and everything else we can put into our computer system. So that's our goal today. I, of course, set us up with a beautiful crafting table. And I looked up refined storage, but the controller itself doesn't actually pop up. I'm not sure why, but obviously we can't make the one that is powered, so we just go for the one right beside it. I think it's the same recipe. Yeah, it's the same recipe. All right, so we need this little guy in the middle. Machine casing, chiseled stone, and quartz. So we only need 1. Oop. Then we need silicon, which we have, quartz and rich iron we have, which is perfect, but we need these advanced processors. Now, before you had to make a full system to be able to make these, a whole nother machine called the smolder, but we don't have to do that anymore, which is really nice. We just need to cook one of these, cut advanced processors, which are made like so. Not too difficult. The only item we don't know here is the cut silicon and the cutting tool. And to get cut silicon, we just have to use the cutting tool with silicon itself. So all we got to do is make a cutting tool. We do need some sticks. It's not too bad. Boop, boop. I think we're going to make 2, just in case we need 2 of them, because they do have durability on them. And we want to make sure we have enough to do this. There we go. That is not a cutting tool. I just made wands. Oh, it's because I made it with iron. Oops. More sticks. I need more sticks pronto. 4. Okay. Oh, I love this little bouncy thing on these boots. It's so much fun. Okay, let's try this again. Quartz enriched iron. Okay, let's move our iron over and our redstone. There we go. Cutting tool. So, cutting tool with a bunch of silicon will make cut silicon. So, we'll just make a full stack to have it. Perfect. And we needed the diamond one. So, 1 piece of cut, a diamond, and a redstone. And that will make us our 1 cut advanced processor, which is pretty awesome. And we just gotta cook it. Pretty easy. Throw it in here. Our diamond furnace is pretty quick. Grab that, and then put all the items together, and we should have our controller. Oh, number 1. Done. Perfect. Quest complete. Controller. Let's put her here. Sure. So the controller will actually control everything, but of course we have to make the other pieces. So I think we'll just get all our quests rewards at the end. So, processor. We need to make an improved processor, an advanced, which we just made, and a basic. Okay, well, we know how to make the one we just made. Oh, that's not right. Like so, and then flip this. So that's 1. Now, the other 2. So, let's just look up processors. There they are. Okay, so we already made the diamond one. So now it's gold. Exact same recipe, but instead of the diamond, it's gold. And the basic one, instead of the diamond, it's iron. Perfect. That is not difficult to do. So we need 2 in all. 2. This. And we need 1 gold ingot. And 1 iron ingot. Boop, boop, boop. And take back our cutting tool and cook these guys up. Pretty easy. These are basically the 3 things we're going to be working with for the next little while. I think there's 2 more that we have to touch on as far as processors, or at least they look a lot like processors, but that's all 3. Boop. Quest complete. Perfect. Oh, I claimed it. No! I didn't mean to. Okay, we'll claim them and we'll just hold on to them. How about that? So we don't have to go through the whole system again. The disk drive. This guy is going to hold all these disks, which is basically memory, and it's going to be totally worth making. So, let's look her up. Disk drive. And it's the one with all the little slots on the front. Not this one. We need refined storage. Okay, we know how to make this, and I think you can also use a chest instead of a shulker box. Yeah, there's the trap chest. So chest works. So we need a chest and, of course, another one of these ones, which is not hard to make. But we will need a chest. We need some wood. And this is exactly why I'm doing this, is because look at these. These chests are ridiculous. They're a disaster. It's terrible. I need an organization system, and I don't have one. We need a computer system. So 1 chest, and is that it? 1 more of these machine casings, and there's our disk drive. Perfect. So we'll place that down right there. Beautiful. Okay, let's eat some food, because we are hungry. And back here. Oh, I don't think I held on to it long enough. There it is. Okay. Good thing we checked that. Disk drive done. Claim. And next up, I'm going to go this way. Because right now we actually own 4, I think, 64K storage disks. So I don't see the point in making a 1K, a 4K, a 16K. We just don't need to make it on camera for you guys to see, because they're really not complicated to make. I'll show you a little bit into it, but I'm probably not going to actually do the full thing. But I do want to do the crafting grid and all of this right side column. So, crafting grid. The crafting grid is the same as a regular grid, but has a crafting inventory too. Alright. Crafting grid. And what did it look like again? This little thing. Perfect. Okay, so we need a crafting table, an advanced processor, which we know how to make that. That's not difficult. We should probably cook these. I think it used the one from my challenge for what we had last round for the disk drive. That's okay. Let's pick these up. Perfect. And we need a crafting table. Do we have any made? We do. There's a crafting station. All right. And what else did we need? This item, the grid. Oh, the grid is a little bit more complicated. All right. So we need another machine casing. We can do that. We have the quartz enriched iron. Improved processor. We need 2 of them. We only have 1 right now. So let's make a second one. Perfect. And then we need these guys. Construction core and destruction core. Okay, so construction core is a basic processor with glowstone. The basic one was the one we used with the iron. So we need to make 1 more of those. Let's cook that. Let's cook these 2 guys up. And then this guy with glowstone will turn into what we need. And then we just got to figure out the destruction one. So we need a piece of glowstone. I think we have some. Here we go. Crafter. Let's just double check. Construction core is a basic processor with the glowstone. Perfect. And the other one is what ingredient? Destruction. 1 nether quartz with the basic. Okay. We have a chicken for that. Downstairs. Quartz. Let's just grab a bit, just in case we have to do this again at some point. Back upstairs. Here we go. So this was our quartz with the basic processor. Destruction core. Destruction core. Perfect. Crafting grid, and we need 3 glass. That is totally possible. We have tons of resources in here. There's some glass. That chest is the worst chest on my base, and I go into it every day. It's really bad. So there we go, a grid. I don't know if there's an achievement for the grid itself. It doesn't feel like it, so we'll go ahead and make the next step up, which is the crafting grid. There should be definitely a challenge for this one. Yes! Quest complete. Claim. And next up, security manager and the crafter. I definitely want the crafter to make life a lot easier for us, but we're going to work towards this side first. So security manager, and I think we can actually put this thing to use. We really only need 3 pieces, and it needs power. So I think we'll put that there. Now, we could use our coils to power this. Our scepter coil. I wonder if it'll be enough power to power the whole thing. I think we'll check. We have 3 here. Is there any more anywhere else? They kind of get misplaced. There's 2 more. Okay, let's see if this works. The controller is what needs the power. It's climbing. How much does it use? The crafting grid uses 4 power per tick, and the disk drive uses none right now, but it doesn't have any discs in it. Let's go get a disc. Well, let's see how this works. That would be in our OP chest. There's our 64K disk drives. Now, these guys are a little bit difficult to make. They're not difficult. They just take a lot of resources. So really lucky we got them out of a chest. But basically, it's a 64K storage part, which you can make by making one of these. With 3 16K storage parts, you can make a 64. And then you break it down to 4Ks. 3 of these will make a 16. And then 1Ks make a 4K, and then we make a 1K. We have all the ingredients to do that. We'll definitely be making them just for the challenge, but for now, we have 64K drives, so why not use them? We got 4. They go in here, so in the disk section, you can just shift-click them in. We now have 0 out of 256K storage. That's insane, and it's now using 4 ticks. That doesn't seem too bad. And this is what it looks like. This is our new home. We have all of our items will go in here, so anything we don't need right now, we can just throw into the crafting grid. We'll keep some things on us, obviously, but there we go. We can just throw anything we want in here, and it's all accessible through this little grid. If we have it open, for instance, if we're making the crafting grid, we can pull items down into this grid. Now, of course, we don't have 2 of the items, but, you see my point. Everything can be crafted here, and we no longer have to go to a crafting station anymore. We have one right here for us. And it's beautiful. Now, I kind of want to make it wireless in this episode as well because it's a pretty short episode. It's only 3 little machines you have to make, and they're pretty easy to make. So, I want to take that next step and make the security manager. Is that what it was called? Yes, security manager. Let's look it up. Because we can make this thing a little bit more wireless. Security manager. A little bit more complicated. Just a tad bit. We need a chest, we need the machine case, we need security cards, which we need network cards and advanced processor. We've made this before. We have not made a network card yet, but that's just paper and advanced processors. So let's grab some paper. Paper. And we're going to need another chest, so more wood, if we have any. Oh, actually we have chests. Let's just grab those. And most of the ingredients we now need are in the system, which is kind of cool. So I think we should be able to do most of this from here. So if we make one of these, perfect. It also grabs blocks from your inventory as well. So if we didn't have stone up there, we do have chisel stone in our inventory. So it could have grabbed this item as well, which is pretty cool. And isn't that lovely? The recipe stays until you run out of items to make the recipe that you're trying to make. And then it won't be there. But it's kind of useful. I like it. We already have a chest. We need advanced processors. We're going to need a lot. I think I'm going to make 10 and hope that's enough. There we go. Let that cook. Let's go back over here. What else did we need? The security card, network card. Yeah, we just need the advanced processors. That's all we need. We already have 7 of them. Let's grab that. Throw it in the system. And make... I think I need 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we just shift click them into the actual computer system, which is awesome. Because we need 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. See, and we also ran out of goods, so we just can't make any more, which is pretty awesome. So we need 3 of those. We have that. I think we can make it. Security manager. Perfect. So I think we'll just put that there. Oh, it looks so tough. It's got a lot of things going on. We're not really that concerned with all those things right now. All we're concerned with is continuing on to make our wireless grid. So wireless grid. With the wireless grid, the player can access their items from anywhere. To activate the wireless grid, the player has to right-click the wireless grid on a controller. So all we gotta do is make a wireless grid. So wireless grid. And it should be the first one. We don't want the creative one. We don't want the fluid one. We're not really worried about fluids right now. That's not that bad. I thought it was going to be a lot more difficult. So we need to make another grid, which we're not going to have any of the resources for right now. Okay, let's do it. Grid. This. So we need another machine casing. Do we still have any of the diamond? No, we don't. So that's fine. Let's just make a few of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there's 2 over here as well. Pull those out. There we go. Back over here. Grid. So we need more of these ones. Do we have any? We have none left. So we need 2 of these. And 2 of the basic processors. Do we have any up and we have none in the grid. So 2 of the basic. And I think that's it. Let's cook all this up. And like that. Thank you. This shouldn't take too long. Thankfully our furnace is pretty quick. And there we go. Switch back over. And we're so close. Grid. We have that. We need one of these. Put all this in the system. And we need this one. And we have glass, so we should be good to go as far as this machine. Yes, so we have the grid. Grab some e-pearls. I can't wait to have all our items in one place. Let's just grab all the e-pearls that are available over there and just throw them into our computer. Because why not? We have lots and lots of space. Let's throw the ender pearl. So every single item counts as one. So ender pearls, a stack of 64 is 64 items. So if you think of it that way, these discs, I only have 892 items out of a possible 256,000. That is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So we're so close to the wireless grid. We have the grid, we have that, we have that. There we go, wireless grid. And it's fully powered right away because of our quantum battery, which is cool. We can't use it though. We got to right-click the controller. Should be on it now. There's no wireless transmitter in range, so we need a wireless transmitter. Wireless transmitter. It's very, very small. This little guy, you can barely see him. Needs to be placed on cable, so we do need to make cable, but this is a wireless transmitter. Basically the same ingredients we just used. Ender pearl, machine casing. So all we're missing is the machine casing. Throw that in and make our wireless transmitter. Oh, we're actually out of quartz enriched iron. Downstairs we go to the chickens. Thankfully we have a chicken for that. Well, I mean, we could take 1 quartz to 3 iron, but I figured why not make quartz enriched iron. How's our silicon doing? Let's grab a little bit. Just in case. Just in case. I don't want to run out. And basically we can figure out a way to channel all of these items into our computer, but I think honestly, just grabbing a few stacks of each should be enough for now to run. So I think we'll be okay. Let's throw all this in the system. And this should be ready to go now. Perfect. Wireless transmitter, and we need cable. Cable. Oh, this is going to take forever. Look how, it's because there's so many cable facings. Oh, cable at refined storage? Yes! You can barely see it on the screen, but it's there. Oh, that's easy. Quartz enriched iron, redstone, and glass for 12. We'll make the 12 for now. We can always make more later. And where do I want to put it? I think I'm actually going to move the system over 1 block. So I feel like that might be necessary. So controller, oops. The controller. What's really cool about the system is all the items are actually on the storage disk. We just got to pick the right storage disk. So this one has 1,300 items on it, which is kind of neat. I like that. Disk drive. Okay. Cable coming out of the controller. Perfect. We need our crafting grid, which probably should go in the middle. There we go. Our 64K drive that has items on it, and then the 3 that don't. And security manager. Just put her down there. And what do we have left? We need to give this power. There we go. It still had leftover power from before, but it's good to have some there now. How's it doing? Disk drives 4, crafting grid 4, 4, and 0, because we need to attach our wireless transmitter, which has to go on a cable, and it has to stand upright. So that guy is lit up, which means this wireless grid should work. Should work now. Oh, I need to re-stick it to the controller because we actually moved the controller, which means it's not in the same place. And we can actually access anything in that computer right now. We can actually add range upgrades to it so that we can go further and further. And what we can do is run this cable as anywhere we want and then just put the little wireless transmitter on top, another one, and we'll have even more. It's kind of like a bubble of internet, but a bubble for our controller, which is pretty cool. I like it. We have 1 step left in the quest book. Let's claim our wireless grid because we can take it 1 step further. We can make a wireless crafting grid, which actually lets us see all the items in the computer and lets us craft. So we definitely want to make that upgrade. I definitely do. We can do this. Wireless crafting grid. I think I'm just going to write it out so it really brings it down to the right item. Let's make another one of, we need 2 of these. Grab our gold. 2 of those, just to be sure. Not quartz, iron. 2. And that should be it. Let's cook these up. And honestly, just throw everything in here that is not a loot chest right now. So we don't need any of this other stuff. We don't need cables anymore. We're good for that. Now we just need our items that are cooking. Perfect. Throw these into here. All right. So, crafting grid. We need one of these. And the other one's just glowstone with the basic. There we go. And this should be ready to go, I think. No, we just need a machine frame. Like so. Machine frame. Perfect. Crafting grid. The grid itself. Throw that in. Then it is a crafting table. Can I make one? I don't have any wood. I need some planks. Wood. This we can just do in our hotbar. Pretty easy. There. Throw it in. And should be it. There we go. Crafting grid made again, which we've already made before, but now we just have to put it in with this. And there's our wireless crafting grid. It'll immediately fill up with power, which is great. And this one is even better. So this guy just shows us what is in our computer. And if we right-click it on here, you can see the little computer kind of lights up orange. It's barely visible. The blue is much more visible, but we open this, and now we can craft anywhere. Within range. I think even down here. Oh, I can craft down here. Should be able to do the whole... There we go. So now it's just about upgrading our range of where this guy can be in relativity to our controller upstairs. And we can build anything we want anywhere. So it'll be a lot easier. Now I'm going to transfer a lot of our goods to here so that it's all organized. And tomorrow we will see how many items we've filled up. Now I'm not going to transfer the chicken farm at all or the mob farm right now. But all our ores in our smeltery, some of our inferium essence, probably not all of it. Some of it so we can make some better things. But I think we're probably going to fill up at least one drive. Maybe not. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's going to be really fun. But we do have a computer system. And we can make it look somewhat pretty by filling it in. What's nice about this is we can access it from both sides. It might not be super pretty on the other side. No, but we can still access it, which is nice. So I thought that'd be a good idea. We definitely need a place to put all of our amazing ingredients. It was necessary. No matter where I stand right now, an Enderman's gonna stare at me. Don't do it. Don't do it. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this episode. We now have the wireless crafting grid. But either way, subscribe if you are new. Smash that like button. And as always, see ya!